Hey guys, what's going on? It's Numbnexus here. I'm bringing you guys a little topic about this. The topic today is Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. I'm not really getting much comments. I actually do care what you guys think, so get some comments in the feedback. But this is to lay off what types are these. I mean, they're not straightforward, just fire, grass, water. These are actual typings of Pokemon. They're actual types. Like, some of these are dual types this time. You're gonna be surprised. So as we're going to be later seeing a little bit, I have proof to back most of this up, so I'm not like literally just spitballing. I'm not just saying it because I think it looks like it. No, that'd be stupid. That'd be saying like that dude's like, I don't know, the Chespin, he's like grass bug. I don't know, something stupid. But yeah, so these starters are actually pretty cool. The game's looking pretty cool right now so far. Also, tell me what you think about this game. I'm pretty confident leading off with Froakie. I think that's how you say his name, Froakie. Pretty damn confident leading off with that guy. But now as we go off to Chespin, seeing what type Chespin is. Chespin seems to be looking like a grass ground type. Grass ground. I mean, there is low credibility at him being grass rock. Okay, because look at the roots. You see the roots in his underbelly, the brown parts and all of that, and then you see red in his arms. They're kind of rootish as well. It's like you've got a lot of green and brown going on. It's like a root. It's like a weed kind of thing. So when you think of that, you're thinking like some sort of root. It looks like a root that'd be on the bottom of a tree or inside of a tree, and since trees are with the earth, would represent to being ground. And as you do see, he goes for Shadow Claw. If he was just grass, I don't think he would go for Shadow Claw. I know that sounds stupid, but I just get a really strong feeling that, I don't know, if he was like just plain grass, he wouldn't go for the Shadow Claw. I don't know how to put that. That did sound stupid. You know, I'm just not even gonna say that, whatever. But yeah, he's more likely going to be grass ground. Pretty confident. Like a Turtwig rip, because Turtwig did look like a root. He had the shell. He could absorb water just to, you know, be what's the word I'm looking for? Replenished. Yeah, he could refill water to be replenished. Maybe Chespin can do that too. So anywho, let's move on to the next Pokemon, Fennekin, based off of a Fennec Fox. Fennec Fox are about the size of a household cat, maybe even smaller, and you can keep them as pets as well. I've tried to keep one, but they're like over thousands and thousands of dollars, and they're considered exotic pets, so you'd have to work something out with somebody to get that in your state, see if it's eligible in your state. But anyways, getting a little bit off topic here. As you did see in the animation clip that I posted, he goes for a flamethrower. Pretty obvious that he's a fire type then. And then he goes for a Psywave. I'm pretty confident in Psywave because Psybeam looked like it would have been a lot more destructive. Psywave is a weaker version of Psybeam and Psykick and Psyshock and whatever you want to call it. So it did look like a really weak Psychic Blast, so I'm gonna go with Psywave. And he went for a Psychic Attack. Now when you see a Psychic Attack, I almost guarantee you that like 80% when you see a Psychic Attack is Psychic types. Alright, the other 20% is some weird Politoed Psychic Choice Specs thing. This has got to be Fire Psychic. If not, they're just gonna plain fire. It's just gonna be plain fire. Alright, hopefully none of this will be a return calling of Johto, because for Johto we all got plain types. That's why the Johto starters, I mean, they're cool and all, but the Johto starters are the weakest. I have to put that out there. I gotta put that out there. They are the weakest. Maybe they're stronger than the Unova ones, but the Unova ones are kind of crap too. So he did go for the Psywave, as I said a little bit earlier there, and he does show and portray a little bit of the Psychic stuff. I mean, he's got the cotton balls in his ear. I mean, Psychic stuff really are exotic, so that's what you're going to be thinking the first thing. So now we're going to be moving on to Froakie. I could never get that guy's name right, yet I wanted to start off with him. Froakie, yeah. And as you see, he went for the Quick Attack right after, and he went for a Water Gun. I know it's Water Gun because it's probably early level mid-game, but early on, that Chespin went for, I'm just pointing this out, that Chespin went for a Solar Beam. Now that could be a Solar Beam, but that could be some completely new move that it learns right away. So anywho, back to this topic. Froakie. I'm just gonna call him Frog. Froakie. Froakie. You know, just whatever. Frog thing. It goes for quick attack and it goes for water gun. Alright, that's pretty substantial. It's pretty normal. It's pretty hidden on what type it is then, because, you know, it's just, like, not much is shown for it to be a dual type. So, not even, like, from its looks. I mean, when you look at its looks, you kind of think he's fighting because he looks like Tyrogue. Tyrogue was a real wimp. It was a wimp, skinny, slim, sleek Pokemon. But when he evolves, he turns really buff. He gets either buff legs or buff fists or stuff like that. So, you never know until you get more information or see their evolutions. And I guarantee you, by the time we see their evolutions, they'll already show us the types. But I'm just theorizing most of this because, yeah, but right now I'm gonna have to be a strong guess, because there were some people saying, this forums that I was put in, there were some people saying that he's probably going to be water dark, but that makes absolutely no sense. There's nothing to back up on him being water dark. There's stuff him being backing up seeing water fighting, because we just got Keldeo released not too long ago. I'd say a couple months ago, released into like eligible to use. So maybe it's somewhat taking that idea out of Keldeo and putting it on to this new water starter. I don't know. I could be wrong. I more likely am wrong, but vice versa. So, anyways, I'm gonna have to say that he's a water fighting. If he's not, then he could just possibly plain water instead. And if he is, that's a little disappointing, but you know, what can we do? So, next up is a Wide Dragon Pokemon. Now, this Pokemon doesn't have any name yet, but it indeed is a legendary Pokemon, and when you look at it, it looks pretty menacing, looks pretty dreary. It looks kind of like, yeah, menacing is just a word. It looks evil, looks destructive. It looks like it'd be a villain of some sort. So when you probably buy when you probably buy Pokemon Y, I was about to say white, Pokemon Y, he probably may be somebody's trying to take over, kind of like with Diamond and Pearl, because right on these legendaries, they're kind of portraying a lot about Diamond and Pearl. And yeah, so he may be like trying to be taken over to destroy something, the town, or make a new world, kind of with Cyrus. And you know, Cyrus wanted that, Giovanni wanted that, most people wanted that. So now, when you look at him, you think of him, he's definitely a dragon because he's flying, and they would now make him a flying type, because most legendaries that are flying types, well, there isn't much that are flying type. If they're flying types, they're dual flying types. So, except for Tornadus, he's an exception. But right now, I'm going straight off the bat, straightforward, right from his appearance, right from the proof, right when you look at him, the glow, the aura around him, he's definitely a Dark Dragon. Why would he not be Dark Dragon? If he's not Dark Dragon, then he's Ghost Dragon. Those are the two options that I'm putting out right there. Now, for the next Pokemon, the mascot-looking Pokemon, the Stallion, he kind of looks like a rip of Cobalion. Now, when I say rip, I don't mean stealing. I mean taking ideas from someone and then changing it up a little bit, because they can do that since they own Cobalion, the makers, Game Freak. So he has rainbow horns, and these rainbow horns look like they could be very powerful. So I'm thinking now that he's probably the same type as Cobalion, because you do see his steel-plated feet or steel-plated armor on his front two paws, and it's not really portrayed as well on his back two paws, but you can see a little bit. So he's, right now when you think of that, you think he's a steel type because of the steel horns, because I mean it's like a metallic color. And little as we do know the proof of this guy, I'm just going to go straight off the bat saying that he's probably similar type to Cobalion, steel fighting. If not, he's probably going to be an Arceus rip, where he's just looking very powerful, but he's just a normal type. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this theorizing. You know, I'm just gonna stop. But anyways, a little put on to this, a little add-on. There could be possible chances of Pokemon Z. Now, I'm not saying this just because I'm trying to put my hopes up, and I'm not going to put my hopes up over this. I highly doubt it. This is like a negative 0.111111%. Not even that. Negative 0.999%. Something way impossible. But there is some small proof, because the proof is these two games. Just these two games are the proof itself. You see, in Diamond and Pearl, there were 2 legendary Pokemon that were based off of it, and then afterwards they did have another legendary Pokemon in there, another Pokemon similar typing, at least one similar typing with a dragon type, and that was Giratina, as we all know, and they gave him his own game, Pokemon Platinum. Now they did the same thing with Kyurem, and Kyurem, they gave him his own game, Pokemon Black 2 and Pokemon White 2, and when they gave him his own game, it was taken off from Pokemon Black and from Pokemon White. So there is possible chances that there's another legendary inside of the game, some sort of dragon type, because I know for a fact that the other Pokemon X1 is not a dragon type. He could be, but I highly doubt it. So if he is, he may be a Dialga, kind of like Dialga Dragon Steel. If he is, I'm saying if he is. Don't put your hopes up for that. If he is. Now, there is going to be more legendary Pokemon. We know that for a fact, because that's how Pokemon runs. They don't just add 2 legendary Pokemon. And these 2 legendary Pokemon probably won't even be that strong. They are going to probably be like Dialga and Palkia, where they catch them at like level 40 or 45 or 50 at the max. So yeah, kind of like that. So there is going to be like stronger legendary Pokemon at higher levels, but these 2 are the main ones. So there could be possible changes to Pokemon Z. Wait for more information, I will let you guys know. Until then, take care.